Okay, and we're back. So, yeah, you're stabbed in the kidneys. What do you do? Slash cut. We're here.
Yeah, I'd like immediately call like the guards, and my changeling would immediately like tag onto him or her, so that if the halfling creature tries to run away, at least I know exactly where this creature is. Also, if he decides to run, I can chase after him because I have the mobile feet and I think I run pretty fast.
Sounds good.
Uh, should I attack him?
Yeah, you got
is
an
that
action.
part of it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and because this hurts, I'll definitely try and cast Vampiric Touch.
Cool. Do it. Do
Okay,
it.
so I'm just gonna roll.
Wait.
I rolled a 16 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Does that hit?
A 16 does not hit.
What?
Yeah, this is wily. He like just barely gets back from your attack as you swipe at him. What would normally be maybe a stomach is like at his face or neck, being so small. Yeah, and he's gonna make another attack at you. Maybe he can finish the job. Does a 12 hit you?
No.
Cool. You're able to jump back.
Yeah.
But he starts sprinting away. Unable to finish the job, he moves and bonus action dashes away, trying to run out of your court.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
So I have a movement speed of 40, so I'm gonna go as
Ooh.
close as possible.
Nice. Yeah, you can get in for one attack at least.
Yeah. Now I don't want to get too close that he can stab me again. But while running, I reach into my component pouch, and I take out a piece of iron, and then I break it, and I bend it, and I'm like halt, and I cast like hold person at 4th level.
Mm.
DC is 16.
Oh, right. Hold person is me. That's me who has to do the thing.
Yeah. Wisdom saving
That's-
throw.
That's a 17 on the dice. Wisdom saving throw? Yeah, so 18. It's not super wise, but
Yikes.
so he's able to get away. That was right.
No, my familiar is on him. Yeah.
Cool. Taking a couple steps back, he disengages, and then casts a spell. Do you have anything counter spelly?
Nope.
And
No,
he
you got. Do you not have like the warding thing because you're a changeling, where you force them to like take a minus d6 on their roll?
No, I don't think that's in the.
Oh, maybe that's in a
New
different expansion. My apologies.
Yeah.
no worries. He is able to.
And I'm out of spell slots anyway, so.
Fair. He is able to get his spell off. I think it's just a word, but he blinks out of existence. Unsuccessful in his attempts. A piece of paper kind of floats to the floor in his stead. It reads, "Otarian sends his regards."
What spell is that he cast?
Make a Arcana check.
14.
Yeah, that's a short range. He casts a short range teleport spell.
Okay. My familiar is left there, right? Doesn't follow him.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool. So, back to that. You've been attacked but have survived. Otarian's assassin.
Can I look at like the nearest priest in the area? I'm like, you
Yep.
heal me now.
Yeah, you get the needed healing. The priests of your court tend to you immediately, just in case the fiend returns. But a night goes by and he does not. All right, next.
Okay.
Estero, you're up first in the next set of 3, too.
Okay.
Ooh. The sun has seen for the first time in years. It is a beautiful, clear day. Like none other you can remember. What do you and your people do? This one's for everyone. So,
Okay.
you'll be first up in the next thing.
Alright,
I just put the note. It was for everyone at the end of this.
Like,
So yes, what do you do?
For my country, we have like I feel like the colors that represent are kind of like the Orzhov from Ravnica. So there's like black, white, and a lot of gold.
Cool.
And since we haven't seen the sun for a very long time, the gold hasn't looked as beautiful. So most probably, I'll be arranging priests and other clerics and priestesses to spread the word of the beauty of the gold that we have.
Cool.
And then basically everyone has like a super religious party. Everyone starts bringing out their gold and like looking at it in the light.
Nice. Yeah.
And like basically being super excited that it looks beautiful again.
Cool. Mutu, I guess we'll go up the chain this time.
The sun coming back is pretty bittersweet because kobolds have sunlight sensitivity. So I think it's good that they can see signs that winter is ending, but they are not exactly happy that they're now a little bit more vulnerable when they're out and about, and are probably going to stay closer to home for a while as they get used to this again.
Cool. And Kiri.
So my people, we worship the sun. We believe that it guides us in battle. So seeing the sun again for the first time, we spend a great deal kind of worshipping in a slightly tribal way, like kind of passed down through traditions. You know, kind of like bare-chested out, down on our knees, offering sacrifices of cattle and like dead animals to our god, and then we proceed to kind of feast and take a day off from training to kind of be in the bliss of the god, as if we've been blessed.
Cool.
It's got, yeah.
All right. So. All right. Estero. A good omen is blessed upon your people. What other player is involved, and what is it? Yeah. What is this good omen, and who is it regarding? A prophecy,
Maybe because like
perhaps
the sun is. Yep.
Huh.
Maybe because like the sun is back.
Hmm.
Some like solar powered magical stuff
Uh-huh.
are functioning again, and I think the nation that would appreciate this the most might be Mutu's nation, right? Because they see like music, art, and magic, right, as synonymous, and the return of a type of magic might be something that we both can appreciate really well, like as a good omen.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Cool. Then Kiri. A legendary stone is known to be somewhere on the map. Where is it rumored to be? And why is it legendary?
Okay. We believe there to be a stone in here. That show up?
Oh, yeah. And then, like,
So we-
middle bottom?
Yeah. So we believe there to be a stone in that basin that's been kind of like untouched, was washed up on the shore, and it had some kind of properties, but it's well, I know my people are religious, but I'm not sure how in touch with arcane magic we are. More perhaps magic of the soul, and how upon setting eyes upon the stone makes us feeling more courageous in battle. And whether there be magic behind it or not, it's unclear. But if enough people believe in it, then it serves as property, anyway.
Cool.
In the form of courageousness.
Cool. And then Mutu. There is a bad omen. What is it? And why does it involve Kiri?
A bad omen, and it involves the Minotaurs, huh?
Yeah.
Could be a lot of things.
Yeah, it could be a lot of
It
things.
could be so many things.
Yeah.
Pick your choice.
Maybe one of our so part of our monastery, we have like monks going off on journeys to finish their training and then come back, and one of the monks is in his nation's area, and when they shear a sheep, the pattern of the wool is a bad omen, and it kind of means death and destruction is coming.
Cool.
And so this kobold just up and books it back to the monastery, and actually steals the wool and runs off, and is chased by these minotaurs to the border, and then he goes all the way to the mountain. But he comes back with this wool and lays it out on the table in front of everyone and says, look at this, it's a bad omen. Death is coming.
You're right.
Oh. All right.
Stealing my sheep wool.
Yeah, we probably made it worse, but
Yeah.
Death omen for that guy.
Yeah. the shaky nature of omens, of course. I realized I forgot to get you guys to do your actions. So
oh yeah.
each of you take an action because we're through the set. Before I
Sarah
start.
first.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to go to Kyrie's nation and ask if they could provide not military assistance, but like a team, a squad, to help obtain and look for a very specific item called I'm gonna lie and say it's something that is historically significant, but I actually want to look for the spike of humanity.
Fair enough. How would you like to make that roll?
If I need to convince Kyrie's nation, I would like to lie.
Is there any diplomacy, or like can I offer my assistance if it's mutually beneficial for the both of us?
Sure, yeah.
Or is it just his action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to offer advantage on his roll?
Like
by giving aid.
I was saying, should should we come to a kind of deal that is mutually beneficial to the both of us? I have something that I also need. That perhaps we can better our nations together. But a strike force combined with your knowledge that perhaps my people sometimes forget to possess. We could find what I am also looking for. Should we work together?
And then my character now looks like a minotaur, and then hulks over and he's like,
What is this exact item that you're looking for?
You come from a race of people that value knowledge and luxuries. Well, I offer you something better. Something that can prepare you. Your weapons. There is a weapon they speak of that I have found through all my wits and guile that perhaps I need your help to gather. And if you help me gather them, we can better both our nations with sturdier weapons, better warfare. We can survive this great plague that's coming towards us. Perhaps one day I will be able to call you friend in battle. But first, prove your worth.
I'd totally be down with helping them if they help us.
Cool.
I'm cool with that. Oh yeah, he can have advantage then.
Cool.
What would you say that roll is?
Does it have to go against my charisma or something?
No, it's the help action. You can help them with it, and they would get advantage.
Sure.
What role do you want to use? Narrate the skill you would like to use, as long as it makes sense, you know.
Okay, so I think there's like two parts to it, right? The first one is whether Kyrie believes the lie.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's not really a lie, it's more like a half-truth, right? We were looking for something magical. We're just saying that it's historical when in fact it's the spike of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it's most probably just like a dungeon delve, so like survival or something like that.
Cool, yeah.
Even though survival is a crappy skill.
Give me a survival.
All right, advantage, right? Because of the help action.
Yeah.
17.
Nice. Yeah, you make progress towards finding the spike of humanity. You'll still need to do another check.
Okay.
Sometime in the future, perhaps another action, but you've with this dungeon delving, perhaps like you've found the last chamber of the temple, but maybe you're unable to crack it at the moment. You'll need to find a way in to beyond this portal lies the spike of humanity type of situation. So you've found the entrance to where it is kept. Now next turn maybe you'll be able to find it.
I wanted to ask something.
Yeah.
Would Kyrie know that in my Minotaur form that I'm the same person?
Would you want them to know? Would you want to seem like a delegate, or that's up to you? I think. What do you tell them?
It's more like a connection that you can make if you put a little bit of thought into it. Like, would Kyrie care about it, or if you cared even a little, you would immediately notice.
If you want to make it a insight check to know.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Like, but not very high, like a 10 or something.
Kiri, give me an insight. Or maybe you even like meet as one Minotaur, but to go into the dungeon as a different Minotaur.
I got a 7, so I've got
yeah. It's exactly what.
I mean,
yeah.
Realistically, I don't think I care too much. I mean, I'm kind of getting my side of the bargain, so
yeah.
for me, it doesn't mean too much.
I feel like it's like, oh wait, they have the same name. They're different people. They look different, so they're not the same person.
Cool. Mutu, let's go with your action because I've.
Why not get one? Did I
You-
have one?
Oh, yeah,
You'll get one after this, but
Oh, okay.
this last one involved you two, so
Okay.
spreading the love.
So I still have to go out and get the artifact that we tracked down.
Yeah, you've
Okay,
made a
so
progress towards acquiring it.
Okay, so I guess we'll make more progress towards that.
Cool.
So, do I just make like another roll or something?
Yeah. What skill would you like to use? Not religion this time.
Yeah, we lose religion last time. Let's do insight
Cool.
to help make some progress towards that. 17.
Cool. Yeah. So perhaps when you get to this temple that it's supposed to be held in, there's a riddle perhaps to get beyond. Maybe it's not clear that it's a riddle, but using your monk training, it is clear to you and your heritage that you know the answer. And once you say the answer or do the action that completes the riddle, revealed to you is an item. Describe to me the item that will call forth your ancestors.
I think it is just like a bracelet, or gauntlet is more of a glove, so just more of a bracelet or something.
Cool.
Made out of kind of like silver, probably, and has some inlays and etchings on it. Just looks very nice, but it is a magical item.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you need them, you can call forth your ancestors. This will interact later in our programming, but you have an item for your fight in the coming war.
Perfect.
Nice.
Nice.
So then Kiri, what action would you like to take?
I'd like to venture towards seeing if I can find some material that was spoken of to improve my military weapons.
Cool.
Probably with Astera's people as well, giving me aid in that.
Are you looking for the objects or magic items to give to that other country, or is this just generic?
No. Well,
Sorry,
so this was to give to the other country. You know,
Cool.
the
Yeah,
country
yeah.
they could
Cool. Just
create
checking.
weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would I mean?
Nature survival, I think, to get the correct stones or be able to.
Let's do a survival check then.
Sure.
Am I getting aid as well or not?
pull the aid. That's
No,
up testing.
I meant, am I getting help from Astera or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would totally help because
Cool.
we made that agreement.
Okay, I got an 18.
Cool. Yeah.
I was just checking. I didn't want to take your word for it in case you're about to like backstab me.
Yeah. No. Cool. So yeah, you've found where to mine them. You've made progress towards getting this goal, or getting this item. But now you need to harvest it or transport it. I'll leave that up to you for whatever your next roll is. So the stone is like this maybe purple glowing crystalline type thing. But when you get close to it, you can kind of hear your own thoughts back at you as you get close to it. A thought you had a minute ago is repeated back to you. Strange, but yeah.
Peculiar. All right.
More investigation on that later, maybe. So,
Okay,
now that you've all taken your actions for the things I forgot.
Yeah.
Well,
We're all good to go.
yeah, shuffle these back up, and Estero,
Aye.
I got bad news for you. Otarian's attack begins. Where does he strike first? Yeah.
Oh no, I get to choose?
Yeah.
Well, this is a little metagamey. But I feel like he'd go for this one first
Sure.
because they're one of the damaged countries, right?
Yeah, they're
It's like
they're
basically
weak, easy to crush.
Yeah, it's free fodder.
Cool.
So let's start there.
Awesome. Make
Color should
a.
make 'em- Yep.
Does your country let it happen? Do they want to try to help stave off this first attack?
I feel like we're not ready yet because we know that we're close to getting the spike of humanity, so we're not gonna
Smart.
involve ourselves yet.
Cool. Yeah. So
What's a demon color?
I got this.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's got
Oh,
got
no.
forces outside the castle. They have yet to breach. They weren't able to make a strong enough attack in their first go. So perhaps this country has only further fortified their defenses since the war.
Perhaps.
Then Mutu, a character from another nation comes to your capital. Which nation are they from, and what do they want? Another nation can be another player's nation as well.
Well, I think it makes sense that this nation down here is the one who sends somebody to us. Right?
That's good.
Yeah, they're under attack,
Yeah.
and their emissaries have started to arrive at the other capitals requesting backup. And
Cool.
I mean, we did just find the bracelet of the ancestors, so we're pretty inclined to help. But we probably don't want to. I don't know. Do we know that like this is like a stopgap kind of thing? Like we can hold them here in this kind of peninsula a little bit, or
If they are
Oh.
a typical army, that would make sense. Yes.
okay. But we probably know they're
I
not.
think there's a hint there, right?
Yeah. I think they do agree. We do agree to send an expeditionary force, a small detachment of monks to go help, not to be like a whole army, but you know,
Sending
they
aid,
are a
like
country, so
yeah.
yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? The relief support.
Yeah, auxiliaries or something basically.
Yeah. So, cool.
And can we take an action, or is this?
Yes, sorry, you can take an action. Also, Estero, if you didn't take an action, do that. Yeah.
I think we want to call a meeting now that they have shown up somewhere on the map.
Yeah.
So we call a
Summit.
call a
Hold a
gathering.
summit. Yeah.
Hold a summit.
Do all of you attend?
Yeah,
I assume so far.
Yep.
So I think we say that like because we're one of the closest, emissaries should be arriving from. Oh, what should we call this nation? I don't know. It's like a western castle,
The southern peninsula.
something like that. Yeah, from the southern peninsula, and Otarian's army has started to besiege their capital. So we must do something. We have already sent a small group of monks to help hold, but more will be needed for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do the rest of you have to say about that?
We will not be attending.
Well,
As
your
a
talk of
kobold,
wanting
yeah.
war before, it surprises us that you would not send something.
No. I'm all for war, but not for death, for suicide. I wish to protect my country, and I cannot do that if I'm fighting as far away from my city as I can. How do I know that they will not come from behind and slaughter my women and children? No. If they had asked for help, if they had shared their knowledge of the attacks with us, perhaps if someone had given us some form of military intelligence, then I could have helped. But no. Instead, I must protect my own forces. Let them die.
We'll look to the changelings to see what they say.
Can provide a simple strike force for now. You're in the midst of obtaining special powers, and while I say strike force, like I'm trying to imply that it's a small army of sorts, but actually what I want to send in are intel gatherers, like in secret, like, but under the guise of being soldiers.
Cool. Interesting.
So yes, I'm sending people, but they're not soldiers. They're there to get information and retreat.
Surely there's some kind of deception check against Mutu there. Surely.
Yeah.
You want?
Yeah. Perhaps an insight on Mutu's behalf then?
Insight v deception or something.
Yeah.
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 Sounds good. Ah, come on. 8. Plus 5.
Oh,
I had plus
no.
5 and I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 4, but I get a +8. So
Oh,
Oh,
no.
That's so large.
Plus 8?
yeah,
You've-
Oh my god. Yeah.
charisma is my thing. So
Yeah. Well, I think it is we don't really care enough if you're going to send reconnaissance
yeah,
or whatever. And we
as
don't
long
we
as
don't
there's
have
someone.
Yeah. And we don't have much there either, so it's not like you would learn too much, but
Mhm.
yeah.
So, if that's all for the summit.
Yeah,
To-
I think that the agreement of the summit is we'll do a little bit, but we're still more worried about our own home
Yeah.
nations than anything else. So.
That seems to be the way. Though Acero has pledged some warriors.
Some warriors.
Yeah.
I think for my action, I want to continue
This is the
searching
way.
for the spike of humanity.
Cool.
Do I still get advantage for the assist?
That's a good question. Not for me to answer. That's for Kiri.
Because Kiri, you haven't found your item as well, right?
No, we found my stuff. I just haven't hauled it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, are you gonna help me haul it? Also,
Yeah. I mean, right now we know that it's useful against the war, and we like totally wanna.
Yeah, I think consolidation against, needing to make enemies. So yeah, I'll grant help on it.
All right. Like, what kind of role would this be? Because you said it was a portal.
Well, I meant door, or whether it's magical or not is up to you. I realize
Okay.
portal has implications in a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to get sucked in
Um,
somewhere.
Like, I was
Welcome to the
thinking
astral
that it
plane.
was yeah, like it's some weird astral plane-esque kind of place
Mhm.
where when you enter. So I've been playing way too much God of War.
Cool.
So like, there's this scene where, spoilers by the way. Okay, you know what? I'm just not gonna spoil it.
Fair.
Where he enters this portal, and then with Kyrie, and then disappear for hours, right? But to them, it feels like a couple of minutes. And basically, in this, like, they're running through their memories until they find the object,
Cool.
and then, but we'll see whether we succeed by
Yeah.
rolling first.
Arcana? How are you going about
Yeah, I
it?
feel like it's like Arcana because it's all in our heads,
Cool.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not bad. 18.
Cool. Yeah. There you are. Yeah, and it's like, so you're striding through this astral plane, and I think what does the star look like as it turns into this dagger or spike?
Like
Describe
I
to
would
me
say,
a
like,
transformation.
as we both had to find it in our own memory, right? And then basically it's just like light through, like if we were imagining like our houses, we would see light behind the exit of our house, or if we're traveling through a forest, there's just light in the distance, and you're just constantly chasing after it, and we finally reach it, we like grab it, and then as we pull it out, we get like blasted out of this portal-esque kind of place, and yeah, you see that we're one of us is holding the I don't know, I kind of imagined it to be like a massive like tooth-like spike with a handle.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
it looks like bone.
Nice. Cool.
Who's holding it?
Like I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Yeah.
Wait, Kyrie is Kiri is holding it.
Well, this took a interesting part of me to get. What does it do?
It's a artifact of our past. Civil weapon.
Can I have insight into whether I believe he's telling the truth?
Sure.
So basically, I'm trying to say it's mundane, but
Yeah.
We as the audience
I
know that might not be
rolled
true.
a 12. I got to roll a 12.
Cool. Did you roll?
I rolled a natural 14, so it's
Okay.
22.
Well, as an artifact, I respect your honor, and I must give it to you. Oh, there. Hand it over. For honor.
Thank you, comrade.
For honor.
For honor.
Then can we like chest bump or something?
I'd be down for it.
Radical.
Whoa, dude.
All right. So cool.
And
You
then
have
in Estero's mind, it's just like Minotaur customs.
This guy.
yeah. So, you're able to grab that, and Kiri's the last one left here. Kiri, while you are perhaps out in your your place of worship, the field of battle, the shrine to combat. A man approaches you. He's tall and kind of longer arms and weird features. Bald, but his head's a little too long. He's got like red under his eyes, and he looks strained. Like if someone was tired, but instead of their eyes getting darker, they got more red. He's wearing fine red and gold robes, and he kind of like floats over to you. He's got this scroll he's holding. It seems to go on, and then kind of like into nothing as he's pulling the scroll. He comes over to you, and he says the Otarian wishes to offer you a truce in the coming war. He's seen your strength as a show of good fortune, amicability. He has offered to strike one of your foes for you. And
A warrior like me has many foes. A truce. How am I to presume that Otarion will keep his truce?
Well, he is not one for keeping his own contracts. That's why people like us are here. We write down the agreements and keep him honest.
I see.
At this point, like I've been like out there, kind of like worshipping the sun. So I've got like my, I don't know, like I've got like my knees like bare chest. I'm not wearing like my armor or anything, but like I've got my weapon there, being blessed by the god. Can I like stand up and put my arm around this guy? I'm just kind of
Sure, like he doesn't like shrug you off, but he's like, he doesn't buddy with you. He just accepts it and like just keeps going through like
talking to him.
Like he's talking to you, but he's also like scanning these scrolls for something. Like he's clearly in like 2-3 places at once in his head.
Let me instruct you what this means. It means so much to me. It's so important that you've came to me, you recognize my power. And well, you have to understand, for me this is a strange deal. I'm having to go against my tradition. But for you, we can make a deal.
I'm placing my kind of hand around the shoulder, holding my battle axe in the other hand. I want to suddenly drive upwards and try and slice the guy's head off.
Cool. Make an attack roll.
17. Oh no, wait. Plus my. Wait.
On the dice?
Yeah, I got a 17 on the dice, so.
Cool.
I mean.
That's enough.
Okay.
This
24.
is a. Oh, that's very high. He is. Yeah. How do you take his head off? Because this guy is a bookkeeper minion.
I've got like his kind of head in like the crook of my massive biceps, and like with my other hand, I'm gonna kind of like just slice it kind of up my hand like a guillotine and just.
Cool.
And,
yeah, the head flies off, rolls to the floor in the ring of combat. His body stays floating, and you can hear from the head like an audible sigh as the head and the body kind of just disintegrate, like burn up into ash.
Okay. Can I grab hold of his scroll?
Yeah, it burns up in your hands though. Like
it burns up.
Yeah.
And as I'm like looking at like the burning up body, I want to let out a warning.
Yeah. You can have a moment as it's starting to.
As it's materializing.
Yeah.
Send a message to Otirion. For you threatened my people and my friends. And you will not live through this war. That is my promise to you.
Nice. Cool.
You're gonna fight.
Yeah. Cool. You have an action.
Okay. I want to move. I want to move some people to like move move all these resources to like the southern city where we've been negotiating. Kill the messengers.
Yeah.
Don't behead the messenger, as the famous phrase goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna move that, and I'm gonna move it with like a fairly like big portion of my, like not a massive portion of my army, but like people that can fight as well in case the force moves onto this city. So like to protect the goods and protect the people of that city as well.
Cool. Yeah. How would you go about transporting it or digging it up?
I mean, if we're
Athletics, perhaps.
if we're literally doing it like that, then I'm happy to roll an athletics. If,
That's up to you.
Kind of,
you're in control of how you want to.
Okay, well we're gonna
progress.
use like our sheer athletics. All of us just kind of like with our hulking
makes
Minotaurian
sense.
muscles.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20, so 27.
Sweet. Yeah. So as you're digging it up, you've made progress. So you also are able to get it to the people. They finish their items. As you're digging it up, it's hard to shake off memories that you've had. You start to get memories from your fellow workers, the people digging up this. Started hearing their thoughts as you dig up this psychic crystal. You get it to the developers. Where they are able to fashion it. They've been prepping and designing this thing. They put the stones in. They've got small things for smaller stones. Those ignite into like little like long blades. The blades do nothing to any material surface. However, they offer to show you its effects by nicking your hand.
Yeah, I allow them.
Cool. So no like physical damage happens to your hand, but in your mind, you get the sense of dread, perhaps sorrow, loss. The heaviness of watching friends. You've felt this so many times as a warrior, losing friends in the war, and it's very much akin to that. But this is other people's suffering that's being inflicted. It's a little thing, but you can imagine a full force of this.
Okay. So presumably, if I've rolled athletics, I lumped a lot of stones, so we've got like a...
Yeah.
Furthermore,
you use your battle axe, so they have custom built a battle axe for you. It takes several of these stones, but the blade ignites in the same purple energy as the sword, but much more of it. You've got a magic weapon, and the designers call it War's Toll, where it inflicts the toll of war on the people you use it against.
Okay. And do I know from their initial stock whether there's enough just to weaponize my army, or whether there is more?
Probably just enough to get a few units done.
Just a few
whether they're your units or not is.
Okay, yeah, fine.
But the important thing is you've got a magic item for your fight against Totarian. I'll detail it now because it's a little more mechanical than the other two.
Okay.
It is. So you got your battle axe.
Yep.
It is.
I had a great axe. Is it different?
Whatever weapon you're most comfortable with.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It can be whatever weapon you want.
Yeah. Okay, no, I'm just checking.
Cool. But it will deal your weapons damage plus 2d6, and all of the damage is psychic damage. It no longer does regular damage.
Okay, that's quite a lot.
It no longer deals bludgeoning or piercing or slashing as it might.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna do another quick round of these questions.
Yep.
And then we will proceed. I guess let's. So, another Mutu. Another attack happens. Where does it happen? Same place, different place?
I think it's still coming up from the south, so maybe like it happens. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong screen. This country over here.
Yeah.
It's clicking on the stream.
On Twitch,
like,
yeah.
why is it not pinging?
I've done that before.
Looks exactly the same.
Cool.
Yeah.
okay.
So they're kind of coming up from the south. I
Mhm.
guess is the idea.
Cool. I will. Hey, do they? Oh man, this is interesting. So,
Have they broken into the walls of the other fortresses as well?
so they've they perhaps got wind of this weapon that you were making, Kiri, and you were able to get enough of the weapons out by the time the fiendish. Maybe you even saw them. You saw the glimpse of the city as you left at the fires, and then the winged creatures, the demons, the horde that has destroyed the city is crumpled. It's ruined. Yeah.
Dude, that's not good.
Mm-hmm. I realize what time it is, so I'm just going to move on to a final question for each of you. This question's for everybody, and it's in these final hours. Another envoy comes to each of you. What does the fiendish envoy offer you? Why is it hard to refuse, and do you? So I'll start with Mutu. There won't be any actions after this because time.
Right.
But
Okay. I think he offers to let us stay guarding the mountain, but under their rule.
Mhm.
So basically, if you swear allegiance, you don't cause problems. You can go on practicing your little rituals in your caves. We don't really care.
Mm.
Mainly because he knows what's in the mountain.
Mm.
So he probably doesn't want to have to deal with that either. So it's really tempting because that's all the monks really care about anyways.
yeah.
Like at the heart of the matter, we really care about the mountain only and keeping it safe and doing our job. We don't really care if the rest of the world crumbles.
Mm.
We kind of have an interest in it because we don't want like chaos to happen and then armies to come to us, but
Mhm.
if there's no other army, then we're pretty much good.
Cool.
I don't know. Kobolds are pretty selfish.
Yeah.
So I think he needs to make a save.
Cool.
I think he needs to make a wisdom or intelligence save and see what happens. how wise is he? Do you want to set the DC?
Yeah, I've got a DC.
Okay, so I'll
Dude.
just roll a wisdom save.
Yeah,
13.
that's not high enough.
Not high enough.
So he's pretty convincing.
Yeah,
This
he's
fiendish envoy,
pretty
and
convincing.
it's one of the ones that I described to Clarkart and Kiri. The white, like pale, awful red eyes, like a scroll holding minion.
Yeah, so I guess we say that if he can prove that he can uphold his word, that we won't interfere too much. So,
Fair enough. He will try to do that. Estero?
I think we're ready to go to war.
What does he offer you?
What does he offer you, and why is it hard to refuse, and do you refuse?
Maybe like offers the ability to run things as we want to run them, right? Like an easy out
Mm-hmm.
in a way. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's very hard to refuse, but I think because of the neutrality, like because Estero's very neutral about everything and wants everything to be done like
Mhm.
kind of the right way, not necessarily lawful way, but
Mhm.
by the own by his own code that he has
Yeah.
designed. So I think he wants to make sure that he's the one who does it,
Sounds good.
despite having this offer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Kiri, you've already rejected him once, so maybe we're fine on yours. But
No.
now they've they try again.
Also, they stabbed me, so
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the same guy comes back to me.
Mm.
The same guy that I've chopped his head off.
Yep.
It comes back to me with, disdain this time.
Mhm.
I think Tyrion realizes that
Yeah.
perhaps our forces are not so dissimilar.
And
we
very
both
much so.
we both are militaristic. We both value war to solve our problems. And in my people, we strive. The people that are in leadership are the people who are the most powerful.
Mhm.
And I think that there's a certain amount of respect there, regardless of whether there is friendship, or even approval. But I think that there is like a kind of a mutual respect there. I think that Tyrion invites me, our cities to join together,
Mhm.
and I believe that not only does he promise my city safe passage, not just a coalition, but he promises me the ability to conquer the rest of the continent.
Yeah, maybe like as long as you serve under me, you can rule this whole continent. He's got planes to rule.
He's got
This is just
everything.
this is another
I
step.
think that he offers me
you're the general
Estero's.
of the army.
I think he offers me Estero's head,
Mhm. Ooh.
and with it his
But
technology.
all of their heads, yeah. And do you? Is that enough for Kiri? Is that?
tempting indeed.
Hmm.
Roll.
Yeah,
You can
go on,
roll,
Set,
yeah,
set,
yeah.
set me a. Set me a
I don't
save.
leave it up to the dice, man. It's the best part.
Okay. I'm gonna go for. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for a wisdom check. I think it's probably most true to this. I rolled a 15.
That's yeah. You have the option. You've rolled high enough. There's 14.
That's worse.
So it's a genuine offer,
It's a genuine offer.
but like you have the ability to resist the offer if you would like.
Oh man, I think either way I'm gonna get murdered. Ah.
We're all gonna get wrecked.
Mhm.
Okay, I accept. I accept, but I maintain in my own heart that this isn't the end. That my people are still readied with their weapons. But I am now merely closer to a Tyrion if the situation should arise where the tides turn.
So, with that in mind, the next attack happens. The turns are tided. And we're just gonna put some of these around here.
Oh man.
So, at least thinking he has the support of the other two nations, which he can sort out who does what later. We enter on the scene. It is a. Let me just. I should have been bringing this up earlier, but yes. So, demons and devils alike march on the nation of holes. And the sounds change. No longer quiet. Where is it? The sounds of battle start outside your city. How do you prepare for this? What are you telling your troops to do? The other two leaders perhaps didn't answer your calls for help right away, so your army stands alone against the hordes at the moment.
Estero would most probably say something along the lines of, we have fought for democracy, and we have been working hard for equality amongst all our people. This demon intends on returning a fascist and monarchic system where even the leaders do not die, and they have a one ruler system, something that we stand against and fight with the best of our ability. We have not suffered for nothing. And like, I most probably feel like there's a bunch of like warlocks in our country. I'm just one of them, and yeah, they'll totally go out.
Yeah.
Like fighting in our familiar land.
So it's a lot of spells being thrown as well as warriors and the like.
Eldritch blast.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
We get
So-
a fireball in the chat.
Yeah. So, as you're readying your war, breaking through and perhaps being led to your court chambers by the other two we have at the table here, Otarian. enters with Kiri and Mutu ahead of him. Otarian is a menacing man, the menacing, if you will. He is he is described as a pissed off Snake Plissken, but also now that he's part demon, he has very demonic features. His face is kind of warped. Over one eye, it kind of looks like a bulge, like sores or something have closed over his eye, but it looks kind of like a mouth. He's got a giant horn that comes down the left side of his body. His other eye is fine and mostly humanoid. His gorgeous hair flops to one side. He's got a small horn there. And he's fully armored in like demonic armor, bits of other demons and plates and whatnot. He's got a very high armor class, if you will. He is prepared for battle as he comes in. And yeah, do you guys have anything you want to say before this? He comes in. And he looks at you and says, "Bow."
Scimitar.
Otarian, my commander, I must speak with you for a moment. In front of these witnesses, I have great honor for what you do. Do you know of my culture? Of how we operate, how my government works? Only the strongest are fit to rule. Therefore, there can only be one. Otarian, are you as strong as you say you are? Will you accept my challenge?
And as I do so, I'd like to take out my battle axe.
Yeah.
And I'd like to talk to him and say,
Otarian,
Yeah.
you are a man filled with hatred. And in your many years, you have learnt many things, how to cause such pain. You have not learned one thing. The power of a community. The power when leaders stand together against a combined evil. They can overthrow anyone.
Pathetic. Bring it, punk. And he, like, his demonic hand grasps his giant sword off the back, and as he whips it forward, it lights a flame. Let's roll initiative.
oh, give him the old switcheroo. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Do we all roll?
Yes, yeah.
Alright, cool. I'll roll for my familiar as well.
Just have him go after you, if that
Okay,
is
cool.
alright. Just to keep it all.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
It's a 9 for me.
Hey.
A 9?
A 9, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, 19.
8.
Ooh.
Hence sigh.
Mutu, you are first. You see, you hear the words that your former ally is former or current. That's up to you. You hear those words.
Yeah, I think as he sees like Estero kind of like trying to still resist, and Kiri is now challenging him and all, it kind of sinks in on him that maybe it is better to stick with these other nations than it is with this demon thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of stretches out his hand with the bracelet,
Mm-hmm.
and he calls on the spirits and says, you know, do we stand with these people of this world or in other worlds?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the call is pretty strong that we are of this plane.
You
This is our plane.
Yeah, on your way up here, you could definitely see the destruction of the demons and the devils flying or like crashing through buildings. They don't seem like they have any intent of keeping your people safe. At the end of this, so.
And then I think, as he's doing this, all of a sudden in the whole room, this booming voice just says, "This is my plane. Banish him." And so Mutu is like, okay.
Sounds good.
And
Snap.
he just basically just charges him, and Fury of Blows just starts wailing on this guy.
Nice.
So I have to do lots of rolls.
Lots of rolls.
Lots of rolls. Okay. So with my monk ability, my unarmed strikes count as magical.
Cool.
So all these are magical attacks, FYI.
That's good.
So I assume I have. Am I in sunlight?
You were
what's
in. No, you're inside the courthouse at the moment.
Oh, perfect.
You can maybe be by
So
the
that-
door
Okay.
if sunlight is necessary.
Yeah. Well, no, because I have sunlight sensitivity, so I get disadvantage if.
Oh no, you're inside. Yeah.
Okay, and then I have pack tactics if I'm with allies.
Mhm.
So I do have advantage on all of these.
I imagine Kiri is right up next to him, ready to
Yeah.
engage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I will do. Where is my key? So Fury of Blows. After an attack, you can spend a key to make 2 more unarmed strikes as a bonus.
Mhm.
Okay, so here comes all the rolls as a as a monk. So the first unarmed attack is 15.
Nice. That does not hit.
Okay, and then I use key to make 2 Fury of Blows. 18 and 28 crit.
Nice.
There we go. So
I
it's
believe you have
18
extra
hit,
attack, right?
and I have an extra attack. I'm not even done yet.
The 18 does not hit. The 28 does.
Oh, but the crit, and so I do 12 damage,
Mhm. Nice.
and then here comes the second attack, 24.
Mhm.
I don't know how high his AC is. So a 9 points.
It's
for
higher
that.
than 18.
Less
Okay.
than 28.
Yeah.
Less, yeah,
Less than 28.
and less than 24 too. So.
Yeah, 24 hits. Yeah.
And then I'll use another key point. Oh, as a bonus action, I only have 1 bonus action per turn, right? Is
Yes.
that how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that will do it.
Cool.
So yeah, 12 plus 9 for damage.
Then yeah, both of them seem to strike him, maybe making little denser cracks in his demonic carapace. But he holds firm, and it is his turn. And he is going to. Oh, I lost the page here.
Wait, quick question.
Yeah.
I get to reset my life and spell slots, right?
Yes, yeah, you've had a long rest and the like.
okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Panic there.
Yeah. it's between each of these questions. I imagined like a week or two. It's a campaign for a while.
Okay,
I
sorry,
think I should have
sorry.
mentioned that much earlier.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
So my stunning strike doesn't require a bonus action, just if I hit.
Yeah.
So I will use that. Sorry, we're playing one shot, so all these characters are new.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he has to make a Constitution saving throw
Mhm.
or be stunned.
Dirty 20 on the Constitution save.
I think anything I have, he's gonna beat it. So yeah, I think it's like 15 or something is the save. So
Yeah. It's plus,
He's alright.
proficiency plus your wisdom.
So
I'm looking it up. I should have wrote it down.
And you can actually use Stunning Strike for any of your unarmed strikes.
Oh, so I could use
Or-
it twice.
You can use it.
Oh, it's
for-
it's a key point for each one. So I think
Yeah.
I'll just leave it there for now.
Yeah.
So.
Technically, you could use it 4 times.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
so it's 8 plus proficiency, which is 3 plus wisdom,
So
which is 2. So yeah, my DC is only 13. So
yeah, cool.
he saves.
So, he, seeing that his allies have turned against him, or what he thought, I don't know if he ever thought you were truly allies. He did intend to maybe dominate you eventually.
I don't think he believed me.
Yeah. He turns to you and he's got his big two-handed sword, World Render, and attacks you. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah.
Cool. And then he hits you twice. So the first one is 20 damage. Do you have any resistances?
Armed and disease.
No, it's fine. And then the second hit is
I don't think there's anything else.
20 damage as well. Neat.
Okay. Ouch.
And
Pretty hurt.
can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Because you were hit with both of his attacks, his weapon kind of ignites, but not with fire, but this strange or arcane energy.
Oh, wait, I
I'm
need
assuming
some-
Black Lightning X kind of.
I guess more like
I got a
a
22.
purpley red, like a burgundy, like lightning. You got a
I got a
witch?
22.
Oh yeah,
22.
you're fine. You can feel like
Oh.
your core try to like leave, like your soul and your body are kind of being ripped apart, and like you destabilize, but you're able to sturdy yourself. Yeah. It is Kiri's turn.
Can I cast my bonus action before my action? I think I usually can, but I mean, like,
No, unfortunately.
no.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Not normally, but what are you trying to
Not
do?
normally. It's okay. I would just I'm gonna attack him, basically.
Cool.
Rolling twice. 'Cause I got 2 attacks. So.
Cool.
Did I get any bonuses to hit or not? Just normal
With-
to hit.
Normal to hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's
That is a 20.
to hit. Yeah, that's the number. Also, so something I do as a DM is when someone hits the number.
Okay, and I
You,
missed.
you
with the
found
second
out AC 20.
one. I missed with the second one, so I get that.
Cool.
Oh, that's big. And then I get. That. Okay. That is 32 psychic damage. And then I'm gonna cast my bonus action. I'm gonna cast Branding Smite, which will give me like extra damage when I next hit a creature.
Cool. So, I think that happens right now. No?
Oh well, I mean, if I can cast, I didn't know whether I can cast it before, so that's what I was.
Smites are usually reactionary. It's like
just said
now
bonus
I.
action.
Oh. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so Branding Smite is a bonus action.
Oh, it's the spell, right?
Yeah.
Not the. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not
The actual
weird.
smite can be applied afterwards, after a hit. It's just
They-
Divine Smite that's
They
weird.
keep naming
So
things the
confusing.
same things that are different, you know.
Guys, stop doing that. It's not cool. It's
So
hard to remember.
cool. So what's gonna happen? He's going to turn to one of you. I'm gonna randomly determine because he's gonna use a legendary action. Against Mutu. And you're going to make a save. You are going to. There it is. You are going to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
I'll describe what happens after.
Oh.
That's something I like doing as a DM too, is getting the rules set, figuring out what happens mechanically, and then narrating.
14.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh, needs to be at least a 15.
Yeah.
To have
So-
a chance.
So what happens is he looks at you and like his puffy maw face, the maw kind of opens and you see like this terrible yellow eye in his skull, and he looks at you and he's like, fear. As you fail your check, you are frightened. You must take.
He gets a +1 just to all checks, by the way, and if that helps.
The DC was 17.
It wasn't.
Oh God, 17.
Yeah. You are frightened. Yeah. So you have the frightened condition.
Oh, that's so bad.
And he will kind of like step away from you. You can make the save again at the end of each of your turns. So, remind me if I forget. So, then it is Estero.
So, first thing I'm gonna do is instruct my familiar to fly onto Kiri's shoulder, and at this point, you see the familiar looks like a black cat with.
One second. Before I forgot to narrate this other part. As Kiri hits it with the psychic damage of the war's toll, it seems to affect Otarian more. You can see the like in his human eye, like maybe a tear as the blade swings through him, and he's like he cringes a little. He is vulnerable to psychic damage. So.
Clutch.
Yeah. So sorry. Back to you.
Yeah. So I raise my hand, and then you just see this cat-like figure, this black cat, run from my back onto my hand, and as it jumps, it like spreads out these two raven wings and flies towards Kiri.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it lands on Kiri, Kiri, you see the cat literally talk to you, and in my voice it says, "Trust me," and I cast darkness.
Ooh, nice.
Oh no, that does. What have you just done? We turned the lights out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, so my action was darkness, and as my bonus action, I'm gonna do Hexblade Curse on
Otarian.
Yeah, on Otarian.
Cool.
And then for the familiar's action, it will use the help action on Kiri.
Cool.
So Kiri is blind, but you get a straight roll on attacks.
Okay.
Interesting. So, he'll take another legendary action at the end of that if you're done. Everybody, all of you guys, make a dexterity saving throw.
You will get +1 to it, by the way.
All right,
Dexterity?
not my strong suit.
Hang on.
16.
15.
17 was the number.
22.
Cool.
22!
Oh no, the
So-
+1 it's a 16 too. Oh
Oh
man.
no.
22!
I need to roll for the familiar too. I assume.
I think it's when you're in 10 feet of me, but I think everyone's in 10 feet of me, to be honest.
Familiar got a 21.
Cool. So he is not. Before I say this, I want to make sure it's the right condition. So what happens is through the doors behind him, he calls forth his demonic horde. And he's like, "Rally to me!" As they flow in, surrounding all of you and kind of getting into the fray. There's this area of effect around him where these demons are grabbing at you and engaging with you. Cool. Yeah, so you're restrained. Which gives you've got 0 movement, but also attack rolls against you have advantage. Yeah, anyway, restrained. And then it's Mutu.
Okay.
Betty redeemed the force reroll.
Oh, for
I mean, is it still dark? Like,
for who?
what?
Either me or Clark, I guess. 'Cause
Cool. Yeah,
Tony
because
uses it the most.
yeah,
Okay, Clark.
Clark. Yeah, he's
What,
got
you wanna-
the big weapon. Reroll your save.
You're restrained save.
My deck save.
Cashing in some
Dex
channel
save.
points to save the team.
A deck save. Oh man, that's not good for me. I got a 14.
Oh,
Not good enough, unfortunately. Also, at the beginning of your turn, Mutu, the demons inflict 11 damage on you. Fire damage.
So I saved.
Then you...
So I'm
never
not-
mind.
Okay, because I'm kind of confused. Of like I saved, so like does that mean I am not restrained?
You are not restrained, no. And you do not take that
Um,
damage I just mentioned.
Okay.
You
so
are
everyone else takes 11.
you are able to dodge the horde. It's no, at the start of your turn, if you're still restrained, you'll take some damage.
Okay.
I'm going to use as my action to end frightened, so stillness of mind.
Ooh,
You can end
Nice.
one effect that is inflicted upon you.
nice. Cool.
So, got rid of the condition frightened, but unfortunately that's my action, and I can't really. Everything else is dependent on me taking the attack action, so that's all I can really do.
Cool.
So.
I think you can patient defense.
Well, you can frightened
It
at,
says-
clear it at the end of your turn, because if you go clear the frightened, you can move closer to him and hit him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. If I did it at the beginning, then I can still take my action.
Yeah.
That is no, but the stillness of mind is my action.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, never mind then.
So I can use patient defense, so I can take the dodge action as a bonus action for
Yeah.
1 key point, which I will do.
Cool.
So he has disadvantage on attacks.
Cool.
Oh, actually, you don't need. This is just a little metagamey, but because you already know that it's dark, so you already know that he has disadvantage regardless.
Oh, is it dark for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in that
It's an
zone.
area. The
Except me,
demons have
'cause I
run
can
in. The demons are more of an ability.
Okay. Then
They might
maybe I
not
don't
want to
need to
spend it.
do that. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. I believe.
I think that's good.
Altarian is next.
Mm-hmm. He is going to attack the Kiri. Two attacks. A 21 and a 21.
They both hit.
Is it a disadvantage?
Unfortunately, he can see Kiri
Like,
with the
yeah.
power of his eye. Like, I think to narratively describe that, as you see the darkness go, just before his attacks, you can see like a flash, and it's that same horrible yellow eye as he makes his attacks. And those are you're gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw.
I have devil sight, so I can see that he's unfazed.
Yeah, he also has a
What
similar
is it?
devil
A
sight.
Constitution again.
Hmm?
A Constitution,
Constitution
saving.
saving throw. Yeah.
That's a nat 20.
Nice. So 20 damage.
24, by the way.
Oh, this is and 21 damage.
I'm down.
Oh wow.
Oh
That's our healer, man.
Oh, is that really our healer? Oh man.
Oh. So this might be not good for you guys. You would fail on that check, and use it with your devil sight. You can see the two blades kind of cut into Kiri, as they then are the like basically black hole style, like crumple into themselves and are gone.
Kiri's gone?
Yeah.
Shit.
But we'll get back to that. We don't have too much time here.
Yeah.
maybe
who's
they
next?
are dead.
I don't have anything that heals.
Kiri,
so.
make a death saving throw. And then a wisdom saving throw.
For a 17. And then, like, for my death save.
Cool.
And then I rolled a... is it a saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, so I rolled a... Oh, no, so I rolled an 18.
Nice. So, even though he's... you don't get to see where you went. But after crumpling into himself, a couple moments pass, and then he's back on the floor. Astero, you're up next.
Seeing this, I immediately drop the darkness as
Mhm.
a free action.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
You
gonna
you
run
have
up with
your
the-
your spike.
I'm gonna run up with the spike and attempt to poke him
Yeah.
with the spike. And I have Hexblade Curse, so I crit on a 19 or 20.
Get him.
10% here, 10%.
10%.
Okay, no, it's cocked.
I trust you.
I rolled an 18.
Oh, okay,
Sweet.
that's still good. You get him. You find a chink in his chitinous hide, and you drive it in.
Yeah. Do I roll for damage or?
Yeah. Roll your damage.
What's the damage for this?
It is a dagger. So not
Right,
much,
so that's-
but
A D4.
It's a 1d4
yeah.
plus your strength, I guess. With dex.
Yeah, so 1d4 plus 1, and because it has curse, I add my proficiency.
Mm.
So I rolled a 3 plus 1 plus 3, so 7 damage.
Cool. Yeah. As you stab him, some of his you can tell some of his features kind of fade away. Some of the chitinous hide apparently was part of him and starts to return to normal.
Ugh.
And you can tell he's really feeling it. Mutu.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can do to help out the Minotaur.
Hmm.
So,
Oh yeah, my familiar will use help action on
Cool.
the remaining party member on Mutu. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see his features start to revert back to human slowly as over the course of your turn.
so what does the bracelet do mechanically? You said I could call on answers for help.
Yes.
Does that give me a
So
bonus of any kind, or is it just?
yes. Do you want to activate it? It will turn off some of his abilities, basically.
Okay. Does that take an action?
And also, you can cast the Spirit Guardians spell.
Ooh. So is that like an action I have to use?
Yes, action to activate.
Okay. Yeah, this is not looking good. We've already lost one person, so he's definitely gonna activate that.
Cool.
Yeah. So that means I don't even know what the spell is. What did you say was Guardians?
Spirit
Oh,
Guardians.
Spirit Guardians.
Yeah.
Spirit?
So he'll take
Roughly
some damage at the beginning of his turn.
Yeah.
Did you have any bonus actions you want to take? I can deal with the damage and stuff here.
And a bonus action. Yeah, I don't really have anything I can use as a bonus action unless I attack. So I think that will be it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's he takes 12 damage as the Spirit Guardians. It's 3d6, right? Also. Anyway, I should have had that. I'm sorry.
3d8.
So a little more. Otarian turns to you, your gauntlet in hand, summoning your people. He's gonna make 2 attacks. Oh, a miss and then a 28.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Is that a hit?
That hits. Yeah, I think it just hits.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
damn. That is
Nick that tail.
22 damage. Con save, and
I think
then
I'm just reading through all of my stuff. Sorry.
fair enough. Estero, you'll be
Make
up
sure there's
next. I
nothing.
think that'll be
Yep.
if you can deal, if you can find a way to defeat. We're running a little over, so we'll go to
Okay,
Estero,
yeah.
and then
You
the
said
combat will
22?
be over.
You
Yeah.
said 22.
Mhm.
Okay. So whose turn?
Kiri, make your save.
Okay, yeah,
You could roll a 20. You could get out.
Yeah, I know. That would be the dream, wouldn't it? Come
It is
on.
the dream.
One time. A 19.
Oh,
Gosh.
Fair. Estero.
I nearly landed on a 1. I would have instantly died.
I'm gonna.
He Otarian, by the way, is on his last legs.
Yeah, I can't.
Dude, you gotta
anything
do
about
it. You gotta go
Yeah.
for it, man.
I'm
Come
just
on.
thinking, should I stab him or should I pew pew him?
well, you have that magical item, man. Use it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and stab him again
Cool.
with the same spike.
Come on.
His AC
Come on,
is
buddy.
lowered. that
Come on,
way.
buddy. Come on, buddy.
Now I hit a 19.
That's a crit, isn't it?
That's a
Yeah,
crit.
it's a crit because of the
Yeah.
hiccups.
Yeah. Get him.
Right,
2 in the
let's
morning.
go.
So I rolled
Do-
2d4s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it's just a d4 still. That is a 3 and a 2, so it's 5 plus total 9 damage.
Does
plus
does the Hexblade have a smite? I think.
It's I didn't pick it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
Fair.
invocation.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
So how much damage?
9.
On a crit? No.
The dagger.
Because I only double the dice, right? Yeah.
Fair enough. Yep.
Oh man.
Well, almost being defeated.
I'll bonus action Misty Step away.
Fair enough. Well, yes,
And I'll use
hydrate.
yeah,
So-
and I'll use find familiar. I'll use my familiar to give me the help action again.
Hmm. So, I think at this point, it is clear that Otarian could win this battle. Do we want to carry on, or do we want to wrap up with a bad ending?
I think we've got to carry on, surely.
That's
I can go a
Or something.
little longer.
okay. Mutu, it's your
Like,
shot
one
then.
or, one or two more rounds.
Your shot then.
Yeah. Okay. Just straight up attacking
Mhm.
again. So, here we go. First unarmed strike, 17 misses. Key point, 2 more unarmed strikes. Oh, then it started to populate. 19 and 19. You gotta kill
Yeah.
me.
No, those hit.
None of those hit.
No, those do hit.
Oh, they do hit.
Yes,
19
the
hit.
spike has reduced his AC.
Oh,
That's big. That's big. That's
There
big.
we
Well,
go,
from
there we
20
go.
to 18, I
The,
assume.
the spike lowered a bunch of his stats and legendary
Okay.
stuff.
There we
Okay.
go.
All right.
So
He's
So
just
that was
he's just a
crazy.
strong warrior with a cool weapon, kind of.
so 8 damage and 6 damage, and then I'm going to use my stunning strike once to have him make a
Oh
con save
Uh,
against 13.
oh, that's not great. 12.
Yes.
He's got a
He's
high
stunned.
con, but he only
He's
rolled a
stunned.
6.
He's stunned. He's stunned till the next round.
He's got
till
his
my next
menacing
round.
weapon there, about to come down to you. You get a couple shots in the ribs, and he's like, ugh,
like so-
stunned. Clenches up.
Kung Fu Panda just.
How much
pressure
damage was that
points and
total?
He just stuck. 14, and then I get my second attack, which
Cool,
is
yeah.
18.
Damage? Or to hit?
9.
Cool.
18 to hit. Sorry.
Gotcha. Total damage? From both attacks?
Uh,
guess I can
does
look.
18 hit?
18
Sorry.
hits, yeah.
Okay. So 14 plus 9 is 23.
Cool. That is enough to kill him. How would you like to finish off
Oh.
the weakened Otarian? Still has a horrible yellow eye and like a wilted hand instead of a big
Yeah.
demon hand now.
So this little kobold is just dashing around him,
Hmm.
pummeling him with his fists, and then he looks like he's about to fall over, and then Muchu walks up and just kind of, with like this key focused attack, just boom, and he just crumbles over.
The perfect calm.
Yeah. Just,
Let's go.
Nice.
And he just falls.
So, you guys, he crumbles. He falls over. He starts to bleed out. Unlike his emissaries, from the spike wounds, they start to seep out. Without the spike, perhaps he would have disintegrated like them. But yeah, how you guys find yourself in a similar situation as a year or two ago, however long the abstracted time was. Foe at your feet, looking at your allies once more.
Fury survives.
I rolled 11 to get up, so.
Well, I guess Kiri's unconscious.
I rolled 11 to
not
get
dead.
like, so I'm gonna splash some water on my face.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, narratively you can get up, I guess.
Yeah, because like it's in
We're out of combat.
Mhm.
yeah, it's in my country, it's in my nation, right? So
The-
I'm gonna be like shouting for like priests to like come down and help.
Yeah. There were some on standby. Yeah. Cool.
I kind of like be helped to my feet by like the like all the people in Estero's country, and just like look towards my allies and just go, I hope this is the last one for a while, and then just like start to like hobble out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
What do we now can we now know we can face anything.
Mm-hmm. Stronger as allies.
Yeah, let this not be the end, but the start of something.
And like we'll fade out as the camera pulls back out of the room. You can see the kind of ruins of the city now, but no more demons in the air. Still some fires, but it pans out, but then it zooms out more as you see the whole map, and you kind of get a glimpse of each of the nations, and we'll end on that.
Oh,
Good
man,
job,
well,
guys.
thank-
I will.
Thank God I used
That
Spike.
was close.
Yeah.
That was
That
close.
was very close.
Awesome. Thank you. I want to. I understand if you have to go, Zatomo. I was just going to take a second here to thank everybody who followed during that. Red Tiberium, Wowie Wow, Sack of Hammers, Moldavite was a little while ago, but I hadn't shouted them out yet. Thank you all to coming. If you want, shoot out your commands in chat so people can follow you on your channels, but also your Discords. Thank you, chat, for coming. Thank you for the gifted sub, Zatomo. Colby's good people. Thank you to Tice for the Prime sub also. Awesome. Good job, guys. I'll be posting
Yeah, well done.
the stats for Otarian elsewhere, and the items you could have obtained and the things they would have changed. Anyway, any last
very
final
much.
thoughts for you guys?
Yeah, thank you very much for running it.
No worries.
thank you.
So final shout out to our thing. Next Monday we'll be doing this again on Zatomo's channel.
Yeah.
So he's got his own one shot that he wants to do, and the other three of us will be playing in it. And then
Have
again,
you got time to give it a quick plug, or
Yeah.
the timer? Have you got time to just say what it is real quick?
Yeah.
I put a link in the chat for the poster. Hopefully it works.
it did not.
Did not?
I have links off, but
Okay.
go to Zatomo's Discord or Twitch.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the Discords.
Yeah.
It'll be in all the Discords.
Yeah,
and
anyway,
on Twitter,
Yeah.
probably. Next week is a take on a tavern game. So the party will be spending the evening in one of the many taverns in the Forgotten Realms and experiencing all the craziness and randomness that can go on. So come hang out and watch them play a little mini card game I've invented for Dungeons and Dragons.
Nice. Yeah.
So it should be a good time.
Cool.
Good.
Anything else? Anything I'm forgetting?
Clutch 19's Zatomo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was some
Sweet.
straight up good lucky rolls we got at the very end.
There was like a bunch of questions I had to cut at the end because I wanted to get to the battle. Of course, that was
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
But
I
I'll be
really
posting all
liked
that
how-
later. So
It was kind of like a mini boss rush. Like instead of playing out the whole campaign, you just kind of did these big overarching, well, did you go on a quest? Yes, we got it.
yeah,
And then we did the boss fight.
there
So
were
it's a
10
really
different
cool
items you
way.
could have got that would have affected the final battle in different ways. So
Thank God I got the spike.
yeah, Spike
Yeah,
was a
that was
cool
a good
one.
It's like
Oh man.
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, well, I got to bounce. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Can't-
I'll thank you,
Thank you all
chat.
for coming, chat.
Until
Yeah,
next
nice to see you all.
time. Bye.